Curt Hennig had a ball with her, just having fun, Just she was a fun girl to drink with, and you just the conversation couldn't. It wasn't possible for the conversation to be rude or crude or anything. Anything was the limit with Annie, and she was great that way.
Someone was asking what was in Curt Hennig's rainbow stew when he would give you a handful of pills and say rainbow stew.
I will tell you, a 10 milligram Valium, no, it was a 1 milligram Valium, a 1 milligram Xanax, and it was my rainbow stew too. So I'm not pointing fingers at Curt.
No, he would give this to people too, though, because I've heard Marty Jannetty say it. He'd be like rainbow stew.
Rainbow stew. Like, and you know where rainbow stew came from.
Yeah.
That came from a Merle Haggard song. We'll all be drinking that free bubble up and eating that rainbow stew. It was a country song in the 80s that was big. And Curt, of course, was all about country western.
Of course, he was actually good as the West Texas Rednecks. That was one of WCW's mistake. Did he ever complain about that to you? I mean, they were over. They were over like
crazy. He was good too. I was kind of like a mark for him. I'm like, Curt, you're actually pretty good. You smart ass kid that I've known my whole life. And I thought he was pretty good. I have no idea why they didn't push it, except that Curt, I don't know. As far as Curt he was so mischievous, and it was a gamble. But was he a great guy? Yeah, he was the greatest guy. But it was still a risk. And anybody don't like taking any risk, it seems. I don't know if that made any sense. But
I heard they expected people to like those no-limit soldiers, but when everyone that they were feuding with, which I don't know if you remember, these rappers that they brought in, and like everyone went with the Rednecks instead.
No, I don't remember this.
They had this Master P and the No Limit Soldiers, which were a bunch of like bodybuilders that weren't trained, making $400,000 a year, and they were the whole point of the West Texas Rednecks was to feud with these No Limit Soldiers, but everyone ended up loving the West Texas Rednecks, who were supposed to be the bad guys.
Hell yes. Hell yes. And speaking of when you said
you would have been great at them, by the way. We should have used you in that group.
I love it. Thank you.